So how many of you would like to get maximum value from our time together by a show of hands?
Most companies have workshops. Mine is a training. You come in here to work.
Anchoring is about using a portion of the stage to convey a certain message.
The biggest companies I've worked with was Chevron, and they invited me to come in around the world and work with them on their presentation skills. It gets very in-depth and very personalized for the corporate world, but the results are spectacular.
Through the work with Frontier,
business just keeps growing and growing.
Our revenue in the first year grew about 30 to 40%.
I've seen more than just a monetary difference in my business. I've completely changed my business model.
Just a couple of weeks ago, I got a phone call from a Daily Show with Jon Stewart, asking me to be an expert on their show. That's the kind of stuff that happens here.
It is absolutely money well spent, yes.
Cut! It's taking too long!
Frontier Trainings isn't like every other seminar out there.
Why else would we do a section on heckler handling?
The training is so good.
What he was doing was so radically different.
This section is about the power of belief.
You will 100% take it to a whole new level.
Weave them into your presentation.
Frontier Trainings will change your life.
It's the way of the future, gamification, learning through games, learning through exercises, learning through doing.
I had a background of games. I used to run a games club for 10 years. And as a result of that, I started creating business games.
So there are 12 different archetypes you can use on stage to communicate your message.
And they developed and grew, and I got to a point where I had 25 people over at my house. My wife said, that's it, that's enough. It's time for you to turn this into a business. So I started running events, and I've now got to the point to become the world expert in this idea of experiential learning and accelerating learning through games.
Timeline anchoring is when we're using the stage here as a way of measuring time.
Instead of learning about it from a book,
you actually have to live the game. You have to learn by doing.
Every single person in the room is having their own experience related to the content being taught. These are serious business transformation games, but they're set in a fun environment. I use what's called my faculty. My faculty are my teachers. In other words, they're me dressed up in a different identity.
If a heckler is heckling you, they're doing it to take energy away from you, and you're the authority.
See, if I teach in my business suit, I've really got only one real style of communication I can do with you and be accepted. So what I do in experiential learning is I use these games and these costumes and themes to create greater impact by having different aspects.
Are you ready? Rockstar is actually the first archetype we teach on stage. Why? Because it's about building a powerful stage presence. It's about being big, being outrageous, owning the stage.
When the costume goes off, the makeup goes off, they can stand there as a speaker and have the same level of confidence and tap into that for whatever they're teaching.
4 years ago, if somebody would have told me that I was going to be speaking on big stages, it would have been like, what? You're crazy.
Eldona Lewis Fernandez, Master Sergeant, United States Air Force, retired.
Eldona is an amazing example. She took the skills from the training room and she'd go home and she'd drill them. And she'd train and train and train and train and train their skills. She'd go to Toastmasters. She'd win competition after competition after competition.
Repeat after me. Family, commitment, choice.
She was in front of a 1,000-person audience about a year ago, and she got 3 standing ovations. She's such a powerful presence, and now she's running her own events. In Egypt, when we built the pyramids, there were 4 key aspects, and in the game we had a pharaoh. So the pharaoh was the customer. The customer is the king. So the whole game came down to, at the end, reflecting on how fast people were to market. Did they meet the design specifications? Was the pyramid the correct size? Was it the correct shape? What quality was it? What market niche did they fill? I get to watch people grow.
Since joining Frontier, my life has just completely changed.
I get to watch people become better at what they do.
I have grown in that training room, and I have become so confident and expressed and free.
I watch them transform their lives.
I went from a job that I completely hated. I was miserable, I was depressed, but through the process of going through Frontier, I'm in a completely different career now.
So if you want to learn, you want to grow, and you want to do it in a fun way, then come and find out about Frontier Trainings and how we can help you accelerate your results.